Hypocrisy is everywhere, and it's fair to say that there's differing levels of it. First of all, there's the hypocrisy that we all have in our lives, where we hold to moral standards, but from time to time, we fail to live up to them. But then you can take a step up to, say, the Barack Obama level of hypocrisy. As the country languished under lockdowns and mask mandates and business and school closures, the former president joined with all the Hollywood stars to lecture all of us on how we need to just follow the rules. But then he threw himself an epic maskless birthday bash on Martha's Vineyard with all of those same Hollywood stars. But don't think that hypocrisy can't get worse than that. If you do think that, let me introduce you to a man named John Lennon, the guy who once threatened to remain in bed with Yoko Ono until world peace had been achieved. Yeah, that's the same guy that was a big supporter of the IRA, that is, the Irish Republican Army, the terrorist group that was famous for blowing people into shreds using nail bombs. But when you progress further, when you go beyond normal hypocrisy, beyond even Obama hypocrisy, beyond even Lenin hypocrisy, and you begin pushing the outer limits of what a human being is even capable of, there you'll find her. The walking genocide of self-awareness, reporter Taylor Lorenz.
You feel like any little piece of information that gets out on you will be used by the worst people on the internet to destroy your life. And it's so isolating.
And terrifying.
It's horrifying. I'm so sorry. It's overwhelming. It's really hard.
In case you haven't heard, that same woman, the same woman who cried on television because of the harassment that she receives online, she just doxed the anonymous citizen who runs the hilarious and also frightening Libs of TikTok account.
Mostly I feel feminine or non-binary. Today I'm feeling really femme and cat-like as well. Yeah.
It's almost impressive, actually, all of the layers of hypocritical refuse at play here. First, this is all published in the Washington Post. That is a media platform that is owned and funded by billionaire Jeff Bezos. That's odd, given all the hand-wringing we continually hear about a different billionaire who is wanting to own another media platform and how that could be the end of free speech. But then, of course, there's the obvious. Lorenz, who didn't find it appropriate that her personal life be a topic of public discussion, has found a situation where it's perfectly fine to make another woman's personal life the topic of public discussion. Lorenz, who wrote, "Doxing, trying to hurt and smear people's loved ones, threatening them, is not okay in any situation." She's found a situation, I guess, where it's perfectly fine to dox and threaten people's loved ones. Lorenz, who condemned stalking and sending intimidating messages to friends who are close to her, has apparently found a situation where it's okay to intimidate by showing up on their front porch friends who just happen to be close to someone else. Lorenz defends her galactic hypocrisy by saying she had to do it because this Libs of TikTok account has become so influential and is driving media narratives. And that's the key that explains all of this. This is the perfect depiction of the poop show that is modern journalism. It's not about people. It never is. It's about politics and power. Notice that Lorenz and her Post bosses didn't want a story on the content and why this account had become so influential. They wanted a story that would increase the likelihood that this account would be unable to continue posting its content. It's an effort to silence and to hide content that embarrasses them and their public agenda. Now, throwing up obstacles to people spreading content, attempting to diminish or discourage voices that you don't agree with, that seems an odd objective for an organization whose own masthead reads, "Democracy dies in darkness," no? It's almost like the people who wrote that slogan are a bunch of, what's the word for it?
I'm so sorry.